last time on our 4,000km overland trip. We crossed the amazing Via des Alpes route that follows the border of France and Italy. Found some spooky conditions at over 2,000 metres and continued south down to the beautiful Italian Riviera. The plan was to head down the coast to the Principality of Monaco via a short trail slightly inland.
Sunny, we are not wearing waterproof.
Once leaving the main highway, the road began to climb sharply into the beautiful coastal mountains. The weather was an ideal 24 degrees Celsius and the views were spectacular. Although we were only 30 kilometres from the main cities along the coast, this area felt quite remote and untouched. Back on the tarmac, we were about to find more relics of the area's dark military history.
So we're just heading down the mountain and I've run across this absolutely enormous Second World War bunker. That is an absolute beast. How immense this is. It even looks like it has some sort of machine gun. Pretty mental really. They would fire an angle of 45 degrees out of that hot port and it would pass this through this concrete gap here and then land somewhere down the valley down there.
The Maginot Line was an enormous defensive barrier built during the 1930s to protect France from invasion from Germany. Unfortunately, it fell to German attack during World War II. As we rejoined the coastal road, we were minutes from our destination of Monaco. With roughly 36,000 inhabitants and a length of only 3 km by 1 km, Monaco is the second smallest state in the world after the Vatican.
So tonight we're in Monaco and we're going to have a little drive around the Formula 1 track and see what that's like. And hopefully not get showed up by too many supercars.
Monaco is famous as the centre of the Formula 1 Grand Prix Championship. The historic circuit has a length of 3.3 km and has been used since 1929. With its tight city corners and exhilarating speed, it has been a favourite with F1 fans for generations.
Okay, so we're currently joining the historic Formula 1 circuit of Monaco. Okay, so we're heading down the main street. I think this is where the grid actually is. At the bottom of the hill. Boats are on the right, but it is all closed off. It's a boat show. You can't see any of the boats.
The city centre is always full to the brim with exotic supercars. famous casino Monte Carlo is featured in several James Bond films and is a must when visiting Monaco.
How's it going in there? Feeling pretty smug?
Really naughty. People are so weirded out. They keep triple taking. Like, what is that?
From Monaco, we undertook a mammoth 650km road journey to reach the Principality of Andorra.
Morning guys, we're in the independent Principality of Andorra. So after a long travel through France, southern France, took about 7 or 8 days to get here. We're now in a really strange and wonderful little miniature country. We're in El Pas de la Casa, which is one of the 2 main towns of Andorra. It's really small, high up in the Pyrenees, the Pyrenees Mountains. It's a tax-free state, so this strange little ski resort area is packed full of tax-free shops, and it's incredibly busy because I think people come from France, probably from quite a lot further, to buy alcohol, cigarettes, aftershave, clothes. So yeah, first thing in the morning, and it's absolutely bonkers. It's like a miniature city at 2,100 meters. So really interesting to see. You don't really want to spend more than maybe a night here, which is what we did. If you want to pick up some cheap booze and cigarettes, this is the place. Because Andorra's high up in the mountains, it does have, I mean it's really small, but it does have some trails. So we're going to take on a track which is going to head over these mountains here and see what that's like. I think it follows mainly ski resorts, which should all be shut at the moment, so it should be pretty desolate. And sort of picks its way up through the ski runs. It should be mainly gravel, I don't think it'll be technical. And we might get some good views if the clouds stay out, so let's go. So on our way out of El Pas de la Casa, we found Circuit Andorra and there's a drift event going on. What a weird place to have a race circuit. Nice. Definitely looks a bit greasy for him. From the little bit that I've done in the past, when it's wet, it's not actually, you think it'd be better to drift in the wet, but it's absolutely crap. So yeah. Cool to see, but now we've got to go and find our trail and we pick it up not far from here, so off we go. Okay, we've picked up the trail, so it should be a good 20k. There is a bit of low-lying cloud, so we might end up in the cloud again, but hopefully not, hopefully we'll get some views. Things have got pretty moon-like up here.
Weather's rolled in, so we're back in the clouds. Remote and weird, couple of weird little igloos. It's quite spooky when you see the lifts going up through the cloud. So in a matter of seconds, that cloud's just rolled right out. Yeah, I think there's some sun coming through. We could do with that. So quick photo break. Temperature's picked up a little bit, which is nice. Dog's out free, roaming, his favourite pastime.
I don't think the temperature's picked up.
Really?
I can't feel my toes.
Reminds me a bit of Scotland, actually.
Scotland!
Scotland!
Okay,
Yeah. I was originally from Scotland. Then I was transplanted to Yorkshire, which is where I get the accent, where I met this lovely lady.
Yeah,
About 14 years ago, something like that.
oh my god, I can feel old. Look, dog's having a drink. Cute! That does not look that nice though, but
That looks like Dysentery Central.
if I run the other way, will he follow?
Go for it.
Taxi!
He does not care. Oh wait, something's happening. Go dog! You're gonna have to move quicker than that or you're gonna get left behind. We're up in the clouds again. This has got to be the highest part of the trail. 2,564 metres. I did not expect to be at this high again after our little altitude mission in Italy. Unfortunately not much to see. The top ski lift. I wonder if this is the highest lift in Andorra. But not pretty miserable, so we're going to try and get down now. Go! Dog. Oh, he doesn't like to think he's going to get left behind. I assume travelling with a dog is like travelling with a baby. Everything takes an extra 30 minutes every time you try and stop or do something. He's very spoiled. Very spoiled. Just finished up the trail. About 19.4 kilometres. Someone's giving me eyes from the buggy because it's very cringy to film yourself, but let's go get on with it. Yeah, it was good, really nice. A bit weird because you went through lots of ski lift areas that were still kind of open. There's no skiers obviously, but there's walkers, mountain bikers, people, you know, in the little cafes. But then also you were up at 2,500 metres where there was just no one, so it was quite strange. Kind of a local trail, I would say. So now the plan is head the last 20 kilometres on the tarmac to Andorra la Vella, which is the capital town, and we are going to hit up some duty-free shopping and hopefully get a good meal. So let's go see what that's about. I missed the woo-woo. Woo! Okay, things are a bit tight to get the buggy in for the parking. Look at that ramp! That's the up ramp. And I've got to get to the 5th floor, so this is going to be weird.
A lot of multi-point turns, I think. Alright. Okay. Here we go. Right, second. Things were not as dramatic as I expected. It was only the second floor.
After a long day off-road, it was time for a well-deserved meal.
Okay, we're heading out into Andorra, La Vela, for dinner.
How are you doing?
How are you doing, Brian?
Hello, how are you doing?
Oh, you look fresh and very well done up.
Found a lovely restaurant up the road.
Excellent.
You might wonder what we're doing here, because we do all the time.
What do you think of that? Is it paella? It smells very fishy. It smells Oh, Sue likes it. That is a fish paella there. Super interesting decor in here. Loads of wood. This bar, ladies are checking out.
Sangrías.
Cheers, El.
Where's sangria?
Yeah, sangria is pretty strong. Better not drink more than one of them. The length of that bill, and it's only €59. Wow, I like Andorra.
£22.
How many litres is that?
Right.
Nearly 4 litres for 22 quid.
4 litres.
Okay, so we arrived back at the hotel and I noticed something through this doorway. Yes! What a game. This is so cool. This hotel has a tiny little games room.
Join us next time as we cross into Spain off-road, as they did in the past on the famous Smuggler's Road. Thanks for watching.